The Lord be with you.
and with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
As Jesus passed by, two blind men followed him, crying out, "Son of David, have pity on us." When he entered the house, the blind men approached him, and Jesus said to them, "Do you believe that I can do this?" "Yes, Lord," they said to him. Then he touched their eyes and said, "Let it be done for you according to your faith." And their eyes were opened. Jesus warned them sternly, so that no one knows about this. See that no one knows about this. But they went out and spread word of him through all that land. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Dear brothers and sisters, good evening.
Good evening, Father.
The miracle performed by the Lord Jesus here is something that we should learn from. Why? Bakit po dapat meron tayong matututunan dito sa himbalang ginawa ng ating Panginoon? This is a very realistic scene because here the Lord asks the two men who were blind, when they begged that He would pity them. Hindi nila sinabi na gusto nilang makakita. But the Lord heard them because they were crying loudly. They were probably shouting to get His attention. Ano po yung binitiwang salita nila, which is described here in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 9, verses 27 to 31. "Son of David, have pity on us. Anak ni David, mahabag po kayo sa amin." The term Son of David refers to the Messiah. The other terms for the Messiah is the Son of Man. And here, the Lord entered the house where they were. So nasa loob pa na ng bahay itong dalawa na ito. And when the Lord approached them, He asked them, "Do you believe that I can do this?" Hindi pa tinanong ng Panginoon kung anong gusto nila. But simply the question is, naniniwala ba kayo na magagawa ko yung inyong hinihingi? So that is the moment of confrontation, so to speak. But it was a confrontation that needed an answer from the two of them. Do you believe I can do this? Naniniwala ba kayo na magagawa ko ito? And you know, sa narinig natin, the answer of the two, without hesitation, "Yes, Lord." That's all that they uttered. Panginoon, opo. And we all know, as recounted here by Saint Matthew, He touched their eyes and said, "Let it be done for you according to your faith." Habang ang kamay niya ay sa kanilang mga mata, mangyari nawa ang inyong hinihingi ayon sa inyong pananalig. So this is the point of the Lord here. Faith is something that He wants from the two of them. And they simply shouted, "Son of David, have pity on us. Anak ni David, mahabag po kayo sa amin." And we all know what happened. Their eyes were open. Nabuksan yung kanilang mga mata. Blindness, dear brothers and sisters, could be physical. Ito siguro yung dalawa, talagang baka wala talagang makita ito. Madilim ang kapaligiran sa kanila. But there are others who are blind because we refuse to see the truth in our lives. And that's what we call spiritual blindness. Pero meron din namang iba sa atin who are emotionally or psychologically blind. We refuse to see what should be seen by us. May kasabihan sa ating mga Pinoy, ang hirap talaga pag nagbubulag-bulagan, mahirap din pag nagbibingi-bingihan o nagtutulog-tulugan. Mahirap gisingin yung nagtutulog-tulugan. And I suppose the two blind men represent so many of us, if not all of us, that there are moments in life when we are blind, when we are so proud to accept our own faults and hear the challenge of the Lord to the two of them as they beg the Lord for His mercy or for that He act to remove their blindness, to let them see. So this probably is the point where we are also being asked by the Lord at this time. Do you believe I can let you see? Do you believe that I can do it? Dear brothers and sisters, remember this. Sabi ng Panginoon, it is your faith that has done this to you. So siguro, tingnan natin sa buhay natin because there are probably some of us who are suffering at this time. Suffering from what? From, as we are pained by relationships. Baka meron tayong mga hindi nakakasundo ngayon. Baka merong nakasakit sa ating damdamin. O merong mga tao na talagang mahirap pakisamahan. Perhaps it's us. You know, I remember yesterday I have a guest. We have a few of us priests have some kind of a special gathering. And that Father Dennis told us that nasa natin yun nasa intention natin yun. Sometimes we think we are being hurt. Sometimes people are judging us. There are many sometimes in life. These are all perceptions. But we have to validate them. But we have to act like these two blind men who did have the courage to face the Lord and themselves and their blindness. So they begged the Lord that He do something to them because they believe. So today, maybe it's not something that is so difficult any longer for us to be like the two of them. The key element, the key moment, dear brothers and sisters, is for us to own our own sinfulness, to own our lack of faith. Let's present Him to the Lord because these two blind men, without Matthew telling us, anong klaseng mga tao itong dalawang ito? None of this were presented by Matthew. He simply said, the two blind men were there, and they begged the Lord, and the Lord responded. So this is the kind of Christian that we should be, the kind of disciples in a general sense, but a very special meaning that means we follow Jesus. And I hope that today, this first Friday, their devotion to the Sacred Heart, let's open our hearts, because from the heart, the eyes of faith will be open. And when we do open, we become humble. And when we become humble, we know we could be like these two blind men. Son of David, Jesus of Nazareth, Son of God, the Messiah, have pity on us. We believe because you are the Son of God, you can do it. Jesus, the divine healer, have mercy on us. And now the petitions of our community.